Rise and shine, my mothers and brothers. How are you today? Thanks for joining me on my walk. I'm using kind of a self-rigged selfie stick, so I'm not like holding the phone up and getting a shoulder workout. Oh, look at, there's a deer. Looks like an 8-pointer. How cute. Thing heard me and ran out of the woods. Man, he is just tearing all over the place. Can you see him? Wow, that was awesome. First time I'd seen a deer here. Usually they're out at night. And here I am, a stone in my shoe already. One of the things, I used to tell the story all the time of the tobacconist that I used to work with. And I'd say, tell me about your customers. And he would say things like, there are people who are nicotine people, like your cigarette people. And they would come in as quickly as possible. And then they don't want to talk. They just want to get their fix and then get out. And then there's the people who want to come in and chat a little bit and do their thing as well. So, hey there.
Hi.
Oh man, I am totally envious of what you're doing. I want to do that. The cigar people. I said, tell me about your cigar friends. Hey, is that cool? A dude out here like just stretching and doing yoga in the sun. That's pretty badass, man. People who do yoga are pretty damn friendly, you know? You know your body, you push your body to its limits. I need to interview that guy. That dude is cool. All right. Cigarette people want to come in, they want their nicotine fix. And ooh, another trail. This is like life, man. You find little trails and you go down it. I love it. Of course, this is where all the cheaters go to. You see dudes now, it could be guys meeting with their wives or girlfriends, but when they're all like staring at you, it's kind of funny to see people meeting up. 2 cars and then 2 people in 1 car. Crossing over some logs here. See, that's why I like walking like this rather than in my suburban neighborhood, the flat paved area. This is badass like this. I'm moving, I'm walking over streams, I'm jumping, and I do like a little trail running. I would never call myself a runner, but I would say that I like a more rugged terrain to do my walking on. Here we are. A little bit of a kind of a clearing coming up. That was fun. That was a nice trail. All right, cigar smokers. I said, tell me about them. He says 50-50. I said, what's that mean? He says half of them are good guys, the other half are assholes. And I could see that. I could see where some cigar smokers can be arrogant mofos and just jerks. And then there's the dudes who just like to pour a drink, sit, chill, relax by themselves on their back deck, backyard, out in the woods, sitting on the back of their pickup truck having a cigar, relaxing, which is like me. That's the kind of dude I am. Not like the loudmouth, you know, trying to prove something, flashing around, you know, a $20 cigar. Nothing against $20 cigars. Feel free to send me $20 cigars and I'll show you how humble I am. I guarantee you I'll be very humble. All right. Shall I keep going through the woods? Why the heck not? And then I said, tell me about your pipe smokers. Now remember, this is a guy who's been in the tobacco business 40 years. Tell me about your pipe smokers. He gets a little smile on his face glances up and he goes, "Ah, my pipe smokers." Then he says, "Every single one a gentleman." And I'm like, dang, that's a pretty cool observation. That's no judgment, that's just pure observation. And I really like that. Now, every group of people, there are a-holes, dicks, and douchebags in every single demographic, every group. And let's talk about that today. I'm trying to hold this. What this is a snow brush with an extendable pole on it, and I just kind of rigged up my phone on this. So I'm not like holding up my arm, like, you know, holding up the camera like this. So I'm actually leaning my elbow against my waist, and I'm walking a path that I never walked on before, and I love this. See the deer fence here? Thing's huge. Now, I'm 5'11", and maybe like 5'11 and a quarter, man. You gotta let me have my quarter. And this fence here is, I'm guessing 8 foot tall. So 2 foot taller than me. And that's a deer fence. And it looks like only half this field was planted with corn. And it's I don't know what farmers call, I call it cow corn. It's not corn for human consumption. Ooh, another path. Let's do it. Another path through the woods. When you walk paths like this through the woods, oh, look at, I saw these flowers the other day. Look at this, like these trumpets. Can you see this? Look how beautiful that is. Is that just incredible? A little close up on those. Love them. It's a prickly vine with bright reddish orange trumpets. When you walk alone, you've got to be prepared. If anyone ever tried to do anything, they're going to be fighting 3 things. Number 1, this pole that's holding the phone. Okay, now we're going over a little brook here. Hold on a second here. Don't want to slip and end up on my butt. All right. They'd have to overcome this pole, which will be shoved so far up there, you know what, it'll make their head spin. Number 2, they'll have to deal with this, because this boy doesn't go down too easy. And number 3, they're gonna have to deal with some lead flying at the speed of sound. Just protect yourself when you're out and about. You got the right to do it. All right, so here's the deal. Every group, no matter what group, has its assholes, douchebags, and dicks. Everyone. I found that out with the bearded community. For the most part, the bearded community is great. Out of the thousands of bearded guys that follow me, a few vocal assholes come out of the woodwork. And then, of course, I started engaging with them because I never dealt with hate from strangers before. That was a new phenomenon for me. So at being closer to 60 than 50, I was developing a new skill of dealing with assholes that I don't know. Vile people. Like, I wake up to nasty comments on my YouTube channel, which only means that they're drinking and typing. Because I can tell when someone's drinking or high and the nastiness comes out. You know how some people drink and they get tired? Me, like, if I drink, I want to sleep. Some people cry when they drink. They get all sad. Some people get all happy and laugh and they're the life of the party. Other people just get friggin' mean. And I've experienced that. That's why I distance myself from those kind of people and want nothing to do with them. So you delete and block and you just get rid of them. Every group has its, doesn't matter if it's a religious group, a social group, a business group, doesn't matter, doesn't matter. The purists will always hate you. I'm not a purist in anything, but the purists will always hate you or find a reason to not like you. Like with the pipe guys, there's some guys that say never use butane lighters. Oh, there's the wooden match guys, only use wooden matches. And there's the cedar sheet guys. You know, like when you get a cigar and it's wrapped in cedar, then you peel it into strips and you light that and use that to light your cigar or pipe. Then there's guys who take Spanish cedar strips from a cigar box and they cut it into strips and they light those and they light their pipes or cigars. And it's almost like they're, rather than offering an option, they get mad at you for using like a Bic lighter or a Zippo lighter. How dare you? It's like, all right, jerk off. And it goes back to like what your mama and dad said to you. Or your wife, and you know this to be true. You know what I'm talking about. Or girlfriend. You ever get into a fight with someone? 9 times out of 10, it's a woman that's doing this. And she'll say to you, and this is, believe me, I love women. Love women. But she'll say, it's not what you say, but how you say it. All right, chalk one up for the ladies on that. They're right. They are so right on that. A lot of times it's not so much the truth of what you're saying. If you don't wrap the truth in love, man, and care and concern, but make it look, but if it's wrapped in anger or gotcha or even the score, and even the score kind of attitude, then it comes across as hateful and hurtful, blah, blah, blah. You know, all the buzzwords today, hateful, hurtful, and all that bullshit. Which I'm convinced that 95% of the stuff that people say is hateful and hurtful is just the way they're saying it and has nothing to do with the content of what they're saying. Does that make sense? So you just have to eliminate the naysayers and critics. That's just so important to do. It's just eliminate them. And don't spend any time. I remember once I said something like, when you argue with a jackass, it's not very long before you can tell, or before someone can tell which one is the jackass. And that's so true. You know, when you wrestle with a pig, you're going to get muddy. That's just the way it is. And then no one can tell which one's the pig, because that's how life works. So there's jerks everywhere you go, but I would say the majority of the people that follow me are good, honest, solid citizens that I dig. And people all over the world. People all over the world. This is a nice little section here. All right, so I passed, what, like 2 people here, and I'm late today. I got a lot of work done. I was feeling a little down and out, had a little bit of a cold. Coughing, sneezing, dripping, and then a sore throat. In the middle of damn summer. What the heck? Anyway, so I had to get some sleep. Sleep is the most healing thing you can do, other than putting good nutrients in your body. So what makes people dicks, douchebags, and a-holes in any group, doesn't matter what group it is, like I said, religious, social, business, pipes, beards, whatever, is the way they say things. The way they say. For instance, there's a lot of extremists in the beard community, like the never shave guy, and you see the memes, and everything's got to be sexual, like everything is sexual. Memes of a bearded dude going down on a woman. Memes of a bearded dude and a non-bearded dude. Like, whatever, dudes. Like, you know, okay. Bearded for life and the never shave crowd. I would rather be a Samaritan. I don't want to be known for a beard. I want to be known for my compassion and love. And not my attitude against those who don't possess what I have. Is be known for your compassion. I love business Samaritans. I love religious Samaritans. I love bearded Samaritans. I don't want to be associated with anything else. I think someday, when people get older, they're going to look back at shit that they did or belonged to and go, holy fuck, what the hell was I thinking? Life is filled with consequences. All right, so there's about 5 points in my trek. I've identified 5 points, hold on a second here, where I do push-ups. So, and I just stop and I do 10 push-ups. I do that at about 5 spots when I come to this trail. When I do this other trail, so, and that's not a lot, what, 50 push-ups total? That's nothing. That's nothing. I mean, maybe I'll get to the point, and I'm not huffing and puffing and dying right now, you know. Maybe I'll get to the point where I do 15 at 5 different locations, or 20, and end up making it like a 100 push-up trail. There's one place I go where I do leg lifts. I don't do crunches anymore because of my lower back, and I like leg lifts. And then there's another trail where I just kind of like do like these squat things, where I just kind of squat down 1, 2, and I do 10 of those. So I try to make this more than just a walking trail. And it was so funny. When I was picking out a picture, I'm trying to think, it was like a profile picture for some social media site. And I was asking a buddy of mine, pick out the best picture, what you think. He was like scrolling through my pictures. And he's like, that's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. You look like you have man boobs in this one. He says, forget that. I'm like, damn, nothing will get a man doing push-ups faster than somebody accusing him of having man boobs, which of course I lost a lot of weight. And when you lose weight, man, there's a lot of hanging muscle and flesh. So I'm gonna start a protest. I'm gonna carry a sign, and I'm gonna protest man boobs. No man boobs. I'm anti-man boob. I think the only people that should have boobs are women. And you know, even that will bring some haters out of the damn woodwork and say that I'm sexist. I have something to say to you. But, right? No matter where you stand, I've always, and I never understood what the big vloggers said. The biggest vloggers that I watch say, you're not successful until you start having haters. And I never got that. And I never started having haters until I was at about 1,000 subscribers. And that way you can actually start coming up with percentages. But what's interesting is some of your biggest watchers are your haters, because they're just looking for opportunities to break your balls. That's the way life works. Some people are attracted to negativity. Some people are attracted to positivity. One of my favorite moto vloggers, Cycle Cruza. Cycle, and then Cruza is spelled C-R-U-Z-A. I freaking love this guy. He's out in Cleveland. I think it's Cleveland. Yeah, Cleveland. And he's just great. I love the guy. And he's got haters and people doing parodies of him. Cracks me up beyond what you can imagine. That is so funny. Anyways. Hey, everybody have a good day. Thanks for taking a stroll with the Sultan. Sultan's getting in shape, man. Hey, and don't forget, sign up for the 21 convention. If you're 21 or older and single, this is the place. Did you ever see the movie Magnolia with Tom Cruise? And you remember the Tom Cruise character? Did you know that one of the speakers at the 21 convention was the inspiration for Tom Cruise's character in Magnolia? Absolutely. It's pretty trippy, huh? But this conference called the 21 Convention, I'll put the link down below. This is for men. It's going to help you physically, all right, fitness-wise, wealth and prosperity-wise, relationship-wise. You know, we've lost what it means to be a man. This is all about men. All about men. Check it out. The 21 Convention. I'll put the link down below. Anyways. Appreciate you walking with me today as I'm trying out this new, it's not quite a steady cam, is it? But it's just a stick, an extendable stick with my phone on it. And I'm experimenting with this before I would ever invest in any kind of extendable steady cam. My goal is not to stretch my arm out and fatigue one shoulder as I'm walking. Hey, I appreciate every single one of you. Let me just get over here. I appreciate every single one of you. And you have a lot of choices on the web of who to watch and who to be faithful to. And I'm grateful and thankful that you chose me. And I've been saying that for about a year now. Get out there, do something with yourself. You know, my usual thing is, you can do it. I know you can, because I believe in you. Now go out and do it.